Good morning, Chris Downham here. It is today, Tuesday, the 20 something of August. Pretty much every day is the same, and I'm on my holidays as well. Although I'm not on my holidays because I've not been feeling very well. Had a bit of a colon problem, which hurt me quite a bit of pain, made me sort of think, don't want to be in pain, and refocus my mind that really health's the most important thing. Anyway, I thought you deserve an update video, and I will just once more hold myself accountable. It's been 10 weeks now since I've had a drink. I've read loads, listened to loads, felt great. Not seen like enormous physical changes. Yeah, obviously I've lost some weight because I've not been drinking like 3,000 calories a week of booze. I've had much clearer heads in the morning. I've slept incredibly well, but I haven't seen like a monumental turnaround like some people suggest. But that's probably because I was feeling good anyway, and I wasn't really driven to this from a position of despair or things going, relationship breakups or being a terrible dad or anything like that. It was predominantly motivated by having drunk for so many years, deserve to do something different, and health. Just thinking if I want to be, if health is as important to me as I know it is, and I guess it is to everybody, because you only have one life. I knew that alcohol had to obviously be something that wasn't good for me in the quantity that I was drinking. Actually, it was the health thing that about a year and a half ago, might have been longer than that now, made me go vegetarian. And it was only since being vegetarian I then became more mindful about the suffering of animals. Because I think being driven to anything like vegetarianism and making that decision, sort of researching about suffering of animals whilst you're eating meat, it's just not going to happen because you just ignore it and you put it away. So I think for anybody who's considering that, do it for your health first, and then once you've stopped eating meat, then start to research the other side of things, mostly about sort of industrial farming and stuff like that, and then I think you'll make your own decisions then. But whilst I've not been feeling very well for the last few days, I'm in my parents' house now. We were meant to be camping in Anglesey, and that was just, when you have a colon problem in a tent, it's just not a place to be. I'd have been a very grumpy dad. I definitely needed a bottle of red wine. But I was thinking more about health and reading loads and listening to loads of Audible books. And I was listening to a TED talk the other day, and they were talking about it brought in a third different sort of description of health for me that I've not heard before, so I just thought I'd share it. Not that this may or may not be the video to do it, but you've got your chronological age, how old you actually are. So I am 43 years old. Next year I'll be 44. Last year I was 42. There's no escaping chronological age, and but chronological age does not have to be the same as our biological age. So biological age is how old your body actually is, and you can have people who are 60 who are healthier than people biologically than people at 30. You can reverse your biological age substantially, and you can increase it substantially as well. And I would have thought a couple of years ago I was 90 kilograms, smoking a little bit, especially when I was drunk, drank too much, ate processed meats. I would have thought my biological age then was probably 8-9 years higher than it is now. So what a great 2 years that's been to do that, giving yourself age. But then the other day, they were looking at people, with that mischievous twinkle in their eye. And it was talking about their psychological age. So how old you act. And I don't worry about it, but I worry, sometimes, I don't know if worry is the wrong word, but I think people's perception of somebody who has decided not to drink. I keep getting a flash of that tattoo. My daughter did that for me. It's not a tattoo. It's a stick-on one. But it's just stayed on. So psychological age, how old you act. And I think concern for people is if you don't drink and you decide to be vegan or vegetarian, and then you're boring. And that, but the reality is, if you are boring and those things don't make you boring at all, they might just make you a bit more mindful, sensible, wanting to live longer. Don't know why that'd be boring. But if you are old before your years, then actually that can be a big driver to the increase in your biological age. If you are a boring, so I really want to focus, and you can work on this. I think I want to try and not become too serious about all these things. You've got to have fun at the same time. So people were thinking, well, if you're not going out and eating meat in fine restaurants and you're not drinking, then, you know, how can you have fun in your life? And you've got adventure, you've got the outdoors, you've got exercise, you've got sex, you've got theatre, you've got art, you've got sex, you've got just so much. Did I say that twice? I should have said it 3 times. But there are so many things that you can do in your life outside of what we perceived gave us great fun before, which may have just been placebos, sticky plasters to go over other things in our lives that maybe we weren't so happy about, where you can have fun. I think my main one is I love people. I genuinely buzz off meeting new people, existing people. I get excited by it. And I don't necessarily need alcohol on top of that to make that experience any better. During the last 10 weeks, been out to the pub loads of times for football matches, been to barbecues, been to a festival, met tons of people, and I haven't felt the need to drink. And in the mornings, I felt incredibly proud. And in fact, many times I felt, thank goodness I didn't drink, because last night would have been a bit of a disaster if I had. And now I'm a bit, the last couple of times I thought, oh, could I drink tonight? Yeah, I could. Do I want to? No. And I've actually been a little bit sort of scared. Scared's not the right word, but thinking what would happen if I did. So, end of 10 weeks, fabulous. Don't worry, I'm not getting boring. Psychological age is remaining low. Biological age is decreasing. Chronological age, sadly, moving forwards as it does. So there we are. There's my update. Hope everyone else is very, very well and you're enjoying summer. It's another good reason we didn't go camping, is it's starting to rain, as it always would do when you're planning a summer holiday camping. See you soon, hopefully in the Raj studio. Cheers, bye.